Stopping the drama and communication with your addicted loved one. We've been talking about that all week and building. And what we started with was the drama triangle. This is often called the dreaded drama triangle, where we have the victim. Oh, poor me, life is so hard. I can never do anything. We have the persecutor. If you would just get your life together, if you would just do what I say, then all would be okay. And then we have the rescuer. Oh, honey, I know your life is hard. Let me take care of you. Let me work through this with you. I will make sure you're okay. Each of these has their own manipulative reason for being in the drama triangle. So everybody has their reason for being here, and it's manipulative and self-serving of why they do this. And the other thing that we talked about is why these folks are here. Let me put my little people over here. Why these people are here is because this is unconscious. They're not doing this at a conscious level. So there's a couple things that are going on. This is unconscious. They are not taking no responsibility. Everybody's pushing it around the triangle. They're not taking responsibility for their actions. If it does become conscious, then it becomes even more manipulative. And then we talk about a different thing that's happening. Most of the time, this is a completely unconscious role, and we move from one to the other without realizing what we're doing. So if we come above the conscious line, we have a different triangle. This triangle right here, the people are the problem. So this person, the victim, is the problem, and the victim thinks that the persecutor is the problem. In this triangle, we have the coach, we have the challenger, and then we have the creator. One of the biggest shifts is the victim. Every time you play the victim role, you give away your power. The creator takes back their power and says, I create what happens in my life. I have choice. I have the ability on how I react. So there's a great work by Viktor Frankl called Man's Search for Meaning. He's a psychologist in a concentration camp. And he said, even when everything is taken away, you still have choice of attitude and how you are going to respond. Okay? So this person still has choice and the ability to respond. Again, these roles are going to shift. Now, the coach, here's the key. The coach and the people in this model believe that everyone is capable. You are capable and whole. So if you are capable and whole, I don't need to solve your problem for you. I don't need to persecute you. What I need to do is connect and support. So down here in the dreaded drama triangle, we're attacking the people. They're the problem. Up here, we're looking at the real issue. And when you look at the real issue, you have a chance of solving it. Because what do we know for sure? I can't change you. You can't change me. This is the work that I do with families on moving them from the unconscious to the conscious level. I've been doing this work for over 5 years. It has been so rewarding to help folks shift from one place to the other. We are loosely based on a craft model that does look at the coach who comes alongside and helps the creator co-create the life that they want. To understand the life that you want, you have to get out of everybody else is my problem. Then we've got the challenger. Now the challenger, you would think this is a problem, but the challenger comes at this with the same belief as the coach. that each person is whole and capable, divinely created, and has their specific purpose and role in their life. So they're going to come in and they're going to ask questions. They're going to sometimes bring up reality, but they're not going to attack the character of the person. And that's the biggest shift, is we are looking at the problem. So when the people come up here, instead of having drama, you may still have discussions, you may still disagree, but instead of having drama, you're focused on the issue instead of pinning it on a person. So this is a review of what we've been doing all week, but here is the next part of this. We talked about some A's earlier. So how do you even begin to do this? So I'm going to shift sides a little bit. How you begin to do this is you have awareness. You can see, and if anything's spelled wrong, I'm sorry. It's not my talent. Awareness of when you are going into this drama triangle will allow you to reverse the arrow and go up. So what does awareness take? Awareness takes a pause. And quite frankly, friends, neighbors, loved ones, this is the hardest thing for me. It's something that I train my clients in. Pause. And so in this pause, we're going to look at what do I feel in my body? What are my thoughts? And can I name my emotions? In this triangle down here, we're naming everybody else's emotions other than our own. So can I name my emotions? The pause doesn't have to take very long. The pause could take turning around and thinking. The pause could take walking outside. The pause could take just some breathing. But what you're trying to establish is, where am I at this moment? Am I a creator? Am I a coach? Am I a challenger? Am I looking at the real issue? Or would it be easier just to attack the other person? Why drama and this drama triangle happens is it's simple and we are unconscious about it, and it's easier for us to just go into attacking the person that's in front of us rather than, or rescuing, or woe is me, either one of these. It's easier than that than to pop out and become conscious, because then we have to take accountability. And we talked about that in the second one, is the three A's. I'm adding a fourth. You need to start with awareness. Then you take accountability for your body, your thoughts, and your emotions in this pause. And then you want to assert where your role is. And maybe you don't even have a role. This is the interesting thing. When you're dealing with the real issue, you may not even be part of this. That's where this check, you may be able to go through the first 3 A's and not have any action to take. So awareness goes to accountability of what's going on. You're becoming aware, then you're becoming accountable, then you're asserting whether you have a part in this or not, whether you're involved, because a lot of times in these drama triangles, people who aren't even involved get in this because it's just part of it. It is, I'm going to jump in. You may have uncle or aunt so-and-so jumping in where there is no business. Now, if they're able to do this, to coach, to challenge, to support, to co-create, great. But if they're just there to gang up, that really is not creating the connection that you need to work with your loved one, to work with the addiction, to work with the substance abuse. It's just not there. When you're looking at taking action, this is where you want to be. You want to be up in the conscious level. You want to be creating, co-creating with the people in your family, the life that you want. And soon we're going to talk about, okay, you want a life that's different from what you have in this drama triangle, but have you thought through what that is? So you can't hit a target you can't see. What is it that you really want to be different? People will say, I just want them to be sober. My husband and I found that just getting sober was not enough, and we've talked with hundreds of couples that this is just not enough. What is the life that you want to move toward? How do you want to create it? So why we've gone through the drama triangle, and if you see yourself in here, who can you become up here? And you're going to be all three of these at different circumstances, but it all starts with awareness. I would love to hear from you. If you're on YouTube, please smash that like button. If you're on Facebook, we have a group just for you, Sober on Purpose. And here's where I'd really like to see you. I have a free class on healing the addicted family after sobriety. And it is what we've talked about before. If you're dropped back into this environment, even after sobriety, it's going to be very hard to maintain. So as the family, you want to be these people. You want to have smiling faces up here as the co-creators, as the coaches, as the challengers, the people who deal with the real issue, not the people who call the people the problem.